The heat this week is coming from Arsenal's academy, who are in the spotlight as another two graduates made their home debuts in the Premier League. 19-year-old midfielder Emmanuel Frimpong is the newest face in the first team, while 18-year-old Spanish defender Ignacy Miguel's prior appearances have been in the FA Cup. Since its formation in 1998, the fabled youth setup has now produced 48 first-team players, including current regulars Wojciech Szczesny, Kieran Gibbs and Jack Wilshere. Along with the current crop of youngsters, world-class players Ashley Cole and Cesc Fabregas both made it through the system, and overall 15 of the 48 graduates are full internationals. Another scorching set of youngsters making their way in the first team. The graduates from the Arsenal Academy are what's hot this week. In my town, we're discovering the places that Arsenal stars call home. This week it's the turn of Belgian enforcer Thomas Vermaelen and the town of Antwerp.
My town is Antwerp. I lived there when I was born until the age of 15, and then I moved to Amsterdam. My town is known for the famous cookies. It's in the shape of a hand and they're really nice. My city is special because they have a big cathedral there, they have a big famous port. In Antwerp we play football on the streets, and I played in the garden as well. Somebody's really famous, apart from me of course, is the painter Rubens. I don't know if he's born there, but he lived there for sure. Something you get to see if you are in Antwerp is the Antwerp Zoo. The big sport in Antwerp and all around the country is cycling. The two biggest clubs in Antwerp is Germinal Beerschot and Royal Antwerp FC. When they play together it's a big fight and it's a big rival. What I miss about Antwerp is that you can sit on a nice terrace when the weather is really nice.
For Theo Walcott, things happen quickly. They always have. Only 22 years old, and the English speed machine has already crossed the 200 appearance line for the Arsenal. Since arriving as a 16-year-old in January 2006 in a big money move from Southampton, Theo has been thrust into the spotlight, and it hasn't always been easy. Growing as a footballer and a man in the glare of the public eye has been a unique challenge, and one that prompted Walcott to write a book about his experience.
I'm growing up, as the book says, and I'm getting older, and I want to have my own opinion on my career so far, and hopefully it's going to inspire younger generation coming through as well, and to actually experience what I experienced growing up and not showing everyone. But in the book it shows a lot of my emotions, what I was going through the ups and downs, and the way I caught fame so early at an early age. And that's what it's about, and hopefully it can help someone out if they ever experience those sort of moments like I did.
While Walcott always presents a brave face to the world, his book has presented him with a chance to show what was really going on.
Just being 16 and going to the World Cup, signing for Arsenal, being with all these world-class players, and I would do the interviews and saying all the right things, which you do, and in the book it's totally honest as well, and that's what I'm like. I'm totally honest. I respect everyone as well, but I just want to put my opinion out there to actually show everyone what I was actually feeling.
That rapid rise to the top tier of world football was not a completely upward trajectory. There were many low points on Theo's ride, and the book touches on many of those tough moments.
I think the toughest bit was the World Cup last year. That was the toughest bit, and yeah, because of going to the World Cup before, not deserving to go, and obviously I had my injuries, but I was getting back to form, and then missing out when I was so sure I was going, because my bag was already packed as well. So and to miss out, but I've coped with that very well. But that was the most difficult moment, and it's just the way I've reacted to it as well. I had a good season last year, so that's helped me out tremendously.
While the lows have hurt, the sight of so many in attendance at the launch is definitely a high. Theo Walcott has overcome many obstacles in his young career, and writing a book presented yet another challenge.
Yeah, no, it takes a lot of guts, but you know, if you want to get a good book, you need to be honest. You need to put out all the right things, and but I'm total respect to everyone in it, and but like I said before, I just wanted to let everyone know how I'm feeling, and I'm 22 now. You know, people may say you're a bit too young to write a book, but you know, I was 16 and went to the World Cup, so I just want to, you know, let everyone know what it's been like in my career, and it's hit me straight away. Not just me, Mel, my whole family, and it's difficult to cope with it, but I've managed to do it quite well.
Amongst the excited fans, Theo knows there are plenty of chapters of his life still to be written. But for now, being able to look at his life on paper is a satisfying and emotional moment.
Well, it just brings back loads of smiles and a lot of downs, but it's great just to see it there as well, and the front cover is very strong, I think, and every time I look at it I just get a little bit of chills. I pinch myself thinking, is this actually true, and have I actually experienced all this in my career at such a young age? And you know, I still got a long way ahead of myself, hopefully, and still going to be a lot more chapters, maybe, you never know, but no, it's been a surreal moment at times, but I'm dead happy.
We love you, Theo Walker.
As the club celebrates its 125th year, Arsenal World is looking back at the days that made history. For years, Ian Wright was the toast of North London. The vocal and vibrant forward had a knack for goals, but on his arrival in 1991, few suspected Cliff Bastin's goal-scoring record would be under threat.
Bergkamp. And now Wright! And the crowd rising in expectation! Well, it's 178. The record is equalled.
The architect of many big moments for the club, destiny came calling again for Wrighty at Highbury on a sunny September afternoon in 1997.
Bergkamp. On Wright, what a way to get it! He couldn't miss! And all the tension, all the fretting over the past few months, as we've all counted, no one more than Ian Wright himself. He is now Arsenal's all-time greatest goal scorer. 179 goals for the club. 6 years of scintillating service here. And when the goal came, probably the easiest of the lot.
Wrighty had made history at Arsenal, and although Thierry Henry would later break his record, this day in time belonged to Ian Wright.